Glad to have you with us from First Bank Stadium in Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. EA Sports College Football continues with a late season Week 12 showdown here. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Aggies offense will go on the attack first. And here's a guy who's going to have to make some plays at wide receiver in this one. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Sees an alley, breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
You got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Reed makes the grab. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Sets his feet, it's Reed. Out wide right, it's Norman. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Aggies. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown pass.
The Commodores' offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes the maestro of this offense. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only one touchdown pass. Williams. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Taken down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Commodores will call on their punt team. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Turns upfield. Quarterback's got the first. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
On the draw, it's Morrow. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. There's a little room there. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Play fake, Reed. Left side, it's Norman. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as his defense is making it tough. They got stuffed on 2nd down, and still they need 1 yard here on 3rd and goal. He is stopped well short of the 1st down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Dead center perfect. There is a flag on the play, and if this is on the defense, guys, would you take the points off the board here? So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Here's Williams to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Williams will pass. Oh, pressure's coming. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Press center down's going to the air. Lets it fly. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Man, sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him, just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you. Don't be too aggressive.
3rd down from the gun, Williams. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Morrow. At the 35, he's got room. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Here's Reed to throw. Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Lets it fly. A strike downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they... the 33-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Moving the pocket, it's Reed. Caught by Williams on the left. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. On the run, it's Morrill. Powers through the defender. He just carries it face-long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. And the Aggies come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try it over the left side. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Maybe a crease. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a second and long. Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Still looking to his right. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They'll stop play here to tend to the injured Commodore. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Williams pulls it in. It's Connor. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Hits inside, it's Roach. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. And the Commodores want to move quickly.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
Quarterback changing the play. They'll send the back in motion. Williams looking for a man. Moves to his right. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's open. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Throwing, Williams. Makes the grab. It's Brown. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Turns out it's Roach. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Second and long here. He wants to throw it again. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll close the gap to 14.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From deep, it's Warren. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Basically, everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal in their first 3 possessions. Quick give. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. Steamrolls his way ahead. Gets some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Throws to the wideout. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Still looking. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's Danzy. Could not make his way to the corner. The Aggies want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
That's reeled in. It's Connor. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Williams got out of trouble and throws. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Williams to the air again. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Making the adjustment on the play. 4th down, Williams. Stepping to the right. Going to try to get it himself. Not going to make it, and the 4th down gamble backfires. Reed. It's complete on the right side. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. And the Aggies come to the line needing just inches for the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Right side, it's Brown. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Commodores signal for a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Makes the grab. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Got the first down himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He's going to change things up against this defensive look.
Booster, booster! Go, go!
Here's Williams to throw. Pulls it in. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's the Crimson Tide looking to make it 5 straight wins, and they do that. They essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the 3rd quarter started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. The run inside. It's Roach. There he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Driving forward, it's Roach. There's a crease. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Williams. Under pressure. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Commodores. A great catch and run for 6. That's the first score today for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Reed on the play action. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defender staying right by the receiver, the intended target. And as a result, that ball's incomplete.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throwing Reed. Look out. Unloads in the nick of time.
And, man, you got to love the way the defense just took this field. Like, offense scores, cuts into the lead, and they had some juice, some energy, flying around, being physical, everybody getting to the football, and now forcing the punt and a chance to give the ball back to their offense to do some damage.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Williams will pass. Turns it upfield.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Back to pass on second down. Gets rid of it. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Commodores will try to pick it up on fourth down. Here he goes. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Reed, they're all over him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Oh, a lot of space. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finding some room. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. Play action with Reed. Keeping his eyes downfield. Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throwing, Williams. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab deep. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. Rush is on. Out wide right, it's Brown. knock him out of bounds at the 46.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. It's Williams again. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Now, anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays, game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Long way to go on 2nd down. Turning it up, headed to the end zone. Touchdown Doors! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That play calling menu just gets so much bigger when I got a guy, Jesse, that can do this. Like, he can run the football, such a weapon. We saw it all throughout this game so far, and you see it once you get closer to that red area, man. You get that +1 advantage having your quarterback that can be a running threat.
And the frustrating part for a defense, too, is that even when you're right, you're wrong. We've seen on some of these runs today, guys have been in position to make a tackle, but they just can't get him down on the ground. He's got that dynamic running ability. He's a true dual threat, and right now he's given this defense all they can handle.
Motion from the wideout. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's Reed to throw. A spectacular one-hand grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, the running back has it. There's some room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Got the 1st down. At the 40, there he goes. Turn continues to fight for yards. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. As we wind our way toward the end of this one, gives us a minute to check out the Week 12 scoreboard and the top 12 teams in the country and how things are going there. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Nothing doing again. A 3rd straight stop behind the line of scrimmage. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. Williams fires to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Escapes the pressure to his right. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Changing the routes with his receivers. Williams to throw for it on 4th. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Williams to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Keeps it and gets past the chains. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Commodores have their offense in high gear. Williams looking for a man. Turns it upfield. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. A designed run for the quarterback. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Commodores will hustle to the line. He's looking to pass. Rolls right. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Whip it out to the back on the screen. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
The Aggies peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. The handoff as they run the counter play here. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. The Commodores signal for a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Handoff again. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Reed. Unleashes one deep. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield. It's Reed. Got his man. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And, know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Williams. Rush right in his face. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the big...
Looking to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy
picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Takes it the other way. Past the 10. They finally make the stop, and not only...
Number 37, set to kick it away.
Bringing it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
He wants a big play here late. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before. Three consecutive L's, a hat trick of losses, and as a result, you can take their hat out of the ring for most of their goals.
Yep, most of their goals are